Hello friends, my name is Olga and this is Ukrainian blog, and I want to tell you about current situation, what happened now in Ukraine, what kind of news I have for you. Yesterday I did a video and it was quite sad because I told you about murders of children in all Ukraine, in Mariupol, especially where people dying without food and water. And it is very sad, and because the city is surrounded and it is under constant bombardments. Every 10 minutes some buildings destroyed, and people there sitting all the time in underground shelters with no possibility to go to the store, to buy food, to sleep at warm bed. They just hiding there, and it is very sad, and it is against any rules of humanity. And after that I told you in that previous video about this unbelievably medieval things what happening now in Ukraine by invaders, by Russian army, by their head of who commands this army, actually Putin, because it all his decision. And a lot of Russian soldiers, actually not all, but a lot of them do not want this war, execute these orders, because it is too cruel for them, and actually they also do not want to die. They do not have any reasons for that war. But anyway, a lot of soldiers, they execute these orders, and some of them even like to kill, because beasts always are among us, and we cannot be without such cruel people who are like to kill someone, like to kill kids even, or old people, or disabled, or women. But anyway, today I want to tell you about some positive things. Positive, I mean, that after that I told you about Mariupol, about that city surrounded and people are imprisoned there. After that, an hour later, I got news that actually more than 700, almost 800 of people, they freed from Mariupol. I don't know how they do that. Maybe it was by bus, maybe there was some very short green corridor, because it's quite large city, or I don't know, middle city by population. But anyway, more than 700 of people, they moved out of there, and they are already safe. They moved to central and western Ukraine, where is no fight still. And I was so happy that these people, they are rescued, they are in safe places, will be now, after such a stress, hours, after such a nightmares they have. And so uh, they saved, but it is only more than 700. It's not enough, of course. There are still a lot of people there, but because of this news I was already very happy. And today also we have positive news, that more than 100, exactly 105 fighter jets or aircrafts destroyed by Ukrainian army. 100 of aircrafts, it is one army, one air army. And so one of those army Russia had during this war was destroyed by Ukrainian uh, army. I am very happy, and a lot of people, they happy. Of course, I don't want to, be happy because of destructions of something, but if it is enemy, and it is so cruel enemy, actually I am happy because of it, because they flying and they just throwing bombs, and they also they may carry missiles, and make strikes from the air, from that aircrafts, and they destroy some schools, hospitals, maternity houses, such objects. You would never believe that Russian Putin that Putin afraid of such houses, like maternity houses, pregnant women, kids hospitals. And this aircrafts are for that in Ukrainian sky, unfortunately, and they were destroyed. Also, we have today news that five of colonels, a fifth colonel was killed by Ukrainian army, by Ukrainian snipers. It is five colonels were destroyed eliminated by Ukrainian army for this almost 1 month of war, and also five or six generals also were killed by Ukrainian army. And also I looked for an interactive map of fights, and I saw that there are a lot of areas marked blue. It means that they're our army, and they took back some lands, some territories around near Kiev, for example. They returned to town Makariv on Zhytomyrska highway. It is very important highway to the Warsaw, to the western Europe, actually to the west, and it is a large highway. And Makariv, it is town near this highway, and our army now successful on that direction. Of course, there are still a lot of Russian soldiers, but our army fights and attacks are successful, and so we have territories returned back. So actually, it is positive news, of course, and uh, actually, it is very significant news that the that last plane, last aircraft to 100 of crafts were destroyed. That last aircraft was destroyed by sniper from Mariupol. So nevertheless, the surrounding by this city, come closer and closer to this ring, become, smaller and smaller in diameter. And so it is harder and harder for our soldiers in Mariupol, inside of Mariupol, to fight against the Russian army around. But actually, that plane that marked 100 of planes we destroyed were killed by that our defenders of Mariupol, and it is very significant, of course. So it is not huge, huge news, huge positives, but anyway, they exist. Also, I know that yesterday 300 of Russian soldiers on Sumy or Chernihiv, but anyway, northern eastern direction. They decided to return to Russia. Actually, maybe they decided together they do not want to make war, and these 300 of Russian soldiers, they took 70 units of this Russian military machinery, and with that all they just returned to the border to Russia. They refused to make war. I don't know what will happen to them, in their motherland, because I think they will be thrown in the jail, in prison, because they stopped, to execute orders. And in army, uh, it is very strict things, and so they will, I'm sure, will have problems with law. Um, Also, our Mykolaiv, it is another southern city, regional center. It is fights, and it fights back a lot of Russian attacks, and they were already close to in the edge of the city, but now they are somewhere far in the fields. And this region and this city is very successful in this fights with Russians, and so they cannot move to Odessa, region. And also I know that in Mariupol our defenders being surrounded, and actually this city, it is on the coast of Azov Sea, so it has also, you know, coasts, and so they destroyed from that coast, they destroyed, they not destroyed, but they made a lot of damages for Russian Navy forces, military forces, some ships there. And you know, the ships, they are there for strikes of the missiles. They actually terrorize all the territory of Ukraine because the missiles, they fly out of the ships, and they fly to Kiev, to Lvov, to, you know, different cities. They can fly quite far. And also there are also ships with soldiers who whose goal to go out on the coast near Odessa, and they waiting for forces from the, you know, from that will come, you know, through Mykolaiv to Odessa, but they cannot, you know, pass this Mykolaiv because Mykolaiv fight them back all the time. And actually this, they plan to pass Mykolaiv and you know, reach Odessa. And in the same time, from the north, in Odessa will, you know, will be this Russian army, and from the coast, from the ship, will be these soldiers, sailors, and they will surround and capture Odessa. That is their plan, but as they cannot pass this Mykolaiv, and they all the time they receive, you know, fight backs, and they not move on. They lose loss a lot of have losses in techniques, I mean as machinery, in people, in soldiers, so they cannot move on to Odessa. And also in from Mariupol, from that poor surrounded city, our soldiers destroyed of some part of these sailors in the ship. They also want to, you know, go out on Odessa coasts of Black Sea there near Odessa. So our army is quite successful now, and we do not let them move on. And we have even such a things when our people from that Mariupol, I told you, I was worrying a lot, and our society worrying a lot about Mariupol, about its destiny, because since 2014 it is city is a symbol of you know, resistance of our fights against Russian invasion, and now it just cannot, we cannot let it, you know, be destroyed and captured completely. And this Mariupol even helps to do not capture Odessa now, being surrounded. So our fights, our fight, you know, continue now, and these small successes, actually they are small, but they inspire us, they inspire our society, because at least small successes, they anyway give some, you know, give some, see who here, you see who here. They give, you know, some inspiration, some wish to find fight, and to they lead you more, you know, closer to the victory. And so um, I hope that sorry. Shoo. Oh, sorry, Lolita dislikes something. I don't know why he screams. Oh, sorry, she screams. um, Well, actually, I want to say that it is it's things that are lead us closer to victory, and I'm very happy of it, and our society inspired. So we will win. Definitely, Ukraine will resist because our society, our men, they, our, you know, this local, you know, some offices of defense and local units of defense, they just over loaded. I mean that a lot of people want to be soldiers, and our army have queues to their offices, so we do not have lack of soldiers. We even have queues to, you know, to be a soldiers, and it is like contests, and it is like contest, you know, on some, you know, very prestigious place. So we will fight, Ukraine will win, and I must say that Slava Ukraini, you know this, glory to Ukraine in translation, and I wish you all the best, and everything will be Ukraine. Thank you for watching.